I shouldn't do live streams this late at night. Anyway, this lighting sucks. So here's what you need to know about Joe Biden's student loan debt program, whatever you want to call it. So Joe Biden said he had some big announcement to make, something about this debt cancellation stuff that's been going on for a while. He's been teasing us and teasing us. You know, he said it during his campaign. And then when things got really, really bad recently, he starts like bringing it up and bringing it up. Kind of like how Trump was talking about this healthcare plan. It's coming out. It's wonderful. It's big. It's going to be very big. Only difference is Joe Biden is actually looking to deliver, unlike Trump. However, don't give Joe Biden uh, too much credit, right? He is desperate. Things have been looking very, very bad for him. The abortion stuff definitely helped and gave a boost, but his approval ratings are very, very low. And whatever you may think about Joe Biden, he, like most of us, has ego, right? He doesn't want to, I'm assuming, right? I don't think he wants to um, exit office with such low numbers, especially when they're so close to what Trump had, right? So between that and other things, I think it's put him in a sort of a desperate situation. So all this time he's been in office, he had all this talk during the campaign, and then he drags his feet and does everything else except for the things he promised. Now, all of a sudden, at the end, when the poll numbers are looking so bad and it's looking like they're going to lose the Senate, they're going to lose everything. And also, if they lose a lot of these seats, pretty much the rest of his presidency is over, right? Because the Republicans are going to block everything legit. They like to pretend, like blame the Republicans. If the Republicans take majorities, the Democrats will legitimately be paralyzed, right? So if you look at how low his ratings are now, can you imagine what it's going to look like after 2 years of doing nothing? Because basically the Republicans will legit block him. So I think that's why he's doing it. But here's what I wanted to really talk about. Here's what you really need to know from a political standpoint about his program, right? The right wing media is about to go insane. They are going to go in on this debt relief program and how it's socialism and how it's unfair and why should you have to pay for somebody else's degree and they're going to say, oh, this is actually going to be going to a lot of people with money, and it's actually going to hurt the poor because it's going to hurt them because of jobs and all kinds of different pretzel rhetoric or whatever. But I want you guys to understand why they're going to do this. It's not because they have a problem with what Joe Biden is doing. It's not because of any of the stuff that they're talking about, right? You always got to understand there's the motives behind the scenes about why these propagandists, whether they're on the left or the right, why they do what they do. Here's why they're going to go crazy. The real problem is that this is going to be something uh, very good for the Democrats, right? Politically speaking. Remember, right wing media essentially is the Republican arm. This is the media arm of the Republican Party. It's GOP media, right? You look at something like MSNBC, absolutely that is Dem media, right? But that's one particular network. CNN definitely has that going as well, but MSNBC is more hardcore Dem media. But the entire, not every single, right, but overwhelming majority of right wing media basically operates at the realm of an MSNBC or much, much worse, much, much more partisan. So this is why they're going to go crazy. This is something, what Joe Biden is doing is something that can help the Democrats, right? Help them to not lose as many seats and keep in power. Um, it's bad for the Republican Party. So since people like Ben Shapiro and Stephen Crowder and Tim Pool essentially work for the Republican Party, They need to go in hard against what Joe Biden is doing and make it seem like it's crazy and what is he doing in socialism and it's unfair and how is this gonna work and this is just dem policies, whatever, and it's gonna add to inflation and this and that. The whole point of that is we can't, well, that's the way they're thinking, right? We can't let the Democrats do this and get the amount of political sort of points or boost that they're going to get, right? The Republican Party that we work for, Ben Shapiro, Stephen Crowder, right? This is going to be damaging, right? The abortion thing was that was like one of the first weird things that really hurt. Because remember before it was like hardcore Republicans going to win, then you had the abortion thing, and then all of a sudden it's like the the liberal base gets all energized, and now with Joe Biden doing the student loan stuff, you combine all of this and it's not good news for the Republican Party. So anyone that's working for the Republican Party in media, pretending to be independent media, but really working for the establishment Republican Party, you need to go hardcore in videos and oh, this is crazy and Joe Biden this and it's not fair and right. So stay tuned, but just understand that's what it's about, right? Anything that is going to potentially help the Democrats to win or get power or whatever, whether it's good or bad or, neutral, as a GOP media advocate, whatever you want to call it, your job is going to be to make whatever it is seem like it's insane and it's going to destroy the country, right? The more the more positive something will be politically for the Democrats, the more that a right wing propagandist needs to spin it in a way that it's gonna they're gonna take our jobs, they're coming to take our guns, and right, that's what it is, right? Um, but I think it'll be hard for a lot of people who watch right wing media to get that because they are going to be the ones that are going to really believe a lot of this rhetoric. So they won't see it as something that actually will help the Democrats. They'll just see it as bad policies and it's insanity and it makes no sense, right? So, but whatever, it is what it is. I'm just letting people know what's really going on. Jules, good to see you. It's always easier to bride the voters with cash. That is how we do it in Nigeria. This hurts the middle class. The most privileged and high potential members of society are giving 10K from the government, and this is okay with you. What can I say? The Democrats are going to ruin this country, right? Do you recognize this country anymore? Right? By the time the Democrats are done with this country, it's going to be like we're living in Russia. Anyway, on that note, I'm super, super tired. Things went really, really well. I don't know if you caught that live stream from earlier. And again, I don't know if this guy's a Trump supporter or not, but he's from the Midwest, and apparently, I'm assuming a Tucker Carlson fan. He was listening to it in his car. But seems like a really, really nice guy. He's an older guy, really hardcore car enthusiast, loves cars. Every time I talk to him, he just wants to go on and on and on about cars. And I have to tell him, like, hey, I'm at work, I gotta go. And even drop it at my hotel. So that was pretty cool. The car looks amazing. It's beautiful. Really, I can tell it's been well taken care of. I'm super, super excited to pick it up tomorrow. We're gonna do that first thing in the morning, and then I got 3 hours. I'm gonna go and pick up my dad. I'm gonna take him to the new house, and then probably go for a walk with him or something like that. And I want to take him out to dinner on the waterfront. Looking forward to that. I'm trying to get him to change his ticket so he can stay longer. That's been a whole another drama. Because he booked it last minute and he booked it so short. So we're gonna try to get him to stay longer because I want to spend a few days with him. Right? It's been like years, this pandemic and everything, and his brothers and sisters are not in good shape right now. Right now, he's able to move around. I'm just like we got to take advantage of the time that we have, right? Um, and it's insane that he can see the state that his siblings are in, and I don't know. I guess we don't realize what we have until it's gone, right? He's the one that still is mobile and can go out there, do what he wants to do, and still we got to push him. We got to push him. I'm just like, Dad, why are you rushing to go back? Like, spend some time with your kids. Like, anyway, that's a story for another time. Thanks for joining in. Be well. This is the Baby Channel. The baby in the comment section below. Um, I'm exhausted. I got a long drive tomorrow. All right, guys. Be well. Good to see you, Jules. Yeah, I am now a homeowner. Where you been? Where you been, Jules? You're behind the curve. I'm out.